I don't think we're very far away from being a good hockey team, and I think obviously you have to make some changes when you perform like we did. But I don't. I think it's 1 year. I think we can be back as a real competitive team real quickly, and young kids take a little bit of time to grow, but there's some guys that are going to step in and be pretty good players in the NHL right away. Like every team, we're going to try to win some games here first, Harry. Then we'll look at everything. Until the deadline here, obviously, it's a bit of an audition for different people to see who we go forward with and don't go forward with. But obviously, if it looks like we aren't going to be competitive at the end for a playoff spot, my job will be to try to move a couple of guys at least for either a pick or a prospect, give them a chance to continue their career with a playoff team, and maybe we can benefit something from that. We think that every player in this room that we have is very proud of what they've done in their careers. If they're older guys and young guys are trying to establish themselves in the league, they now have a reason to step up, and we are what we are. And we think we have a lot of good young kids coming that are waiting for some jobs here, and guys better show what they can do down the stretch. And you build confidence from the net out. Anybody that's been around hockey knows that. So we're hoping that after the break now, we'll get him back, full health. We have Robin playing more games now in the American Hockey League. We want to protect him. We don't want to subject him to a point where he comes in here and loses a couple of games and feels terrible about it and maybe goes back down and doesn't play as well as he should. So we have a plan that he will play a few games out of the last 33. We're hoping that Pascal can play a number of games, and we know Bryan will battle to stay in the net as long as he can. So that's sort of the idea that we have going forward. I wish Roy was here. I really do. And Wayne, the people that seem to almost take it a personal attack in the way that they've written their articles. I've no problem answering those questions. I know as a normal general manager, I hope to retain my job at the end of the year if I have a conversation. I'm not sure why everybody's in such a hurry to get me out of here, but if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. However, we do have an awfully good group coming. I told the players this morning, when they attack Corey or me, you're really attacking the players. Because they, in a couple of cases, were very, very good players elsewhere, came here and haven't performed to the level that we thought that they would perform to. A couple were injuries. McCulloch had the knee, and Alex had the knee, and we've talked about LeClaire. So we know that there has to be some thought what we're doing in the future, and I've answered the question as far as the changes or opportunity to make changes in the team, but beyond that, I don't know where that all came from. If Roy knows something more than that, then you better ask him. Well, this is probably, and I think it's my worst year record-wise. I was sure we were going to be a playoff team, so that's disappointing. And we point the finger, but I look at what happened, with Kovalev and Milan getting their knees done, and you just see Milan now starting to play. I mean, he's been playing for about 2-3 weeks now where he's back to playing like the hockey player he is. We've had Fisher hurt for a period of time. We've had Spez out for a period of time. Alfie's been hurting for quite some time. I think you see that in his play. And LeClaire. So that's an excuse. But beyond that, it's been disappointing that we probably on some nights get beat the way we do. Who am I to say? We've talked a lot about hockey. It's a game, and sometimes you just have to have a little fun with the game. Today's practice, to me, was a very, very good practice. They got skating. They handled the puck a lot. Some days we grind them a little bit, and we've got to understand that these are pros. That sometimes you just have to back off a little bit in the hard approach, whatever it may be. But that's not something I haven't told him.